when we did a global survey, it's not peculiar to India, a global survey, there is a lack of trust amongst the retail industry. As David said yesterday, you go into the Bank of England website in some of this, they say if you are buying gold from the retail, most of them is referred to as a scam. I mean, you may be having a scam. That's how the retail gold industry is perceived by regulators, which is one of the reasons why we should welcome initiatives like the exchange, because the regulators are now actually coming and making this industry a lot more standard. While we claim in India that family jewelers are very trusted, of course they are trusted, everybody has a family jeweler, but it is also the same time we have to look at facts. It is the time when you saw a Tanishq grow purely on the basis of purity. They did nothing. They didn't say don't go to your family jewelers. They said come to us, we'll tell you what the purity is. So we shouldn't overemphasize this relationship aspect and get into a self-congratulatory mode. We should understand there is a reality which is also driven by the social media, millennials, etc. And there is a legacy. We shouldn't lose the legacy in the current reality. So how do you build this trust? When we came across and we consulted a lot of people, including Indian associations, large jewelers, etc., we collectively put together for the global retail industry something known as retail gold investment principles. What we said is, when you say investment, all retail gold is investment. It's not a consumption. That's something we need to tell the government also. This is not consumption expenditure. This is investment. What we said is, when you invest in gold, as long as you know that the retailer follows these 7 principles, you are safe. Okay? As a first step, therefore, we rolled out these 7 principles. There are 7 which says about transparency, accountability, taking consideration of the client's assets. So these 7 principles broadly cover areas which should inspire confidence in anybody dealing with you, as long as you meet these 7 principles. Now, we adopted this in India. We said just mentioning principles is not enough. We should actually tell the retailers who are interested to be part of this how you could actually meet these principles. So we developed a code of conduct. Again, we had a 40-member industry committee. Every association, senior manufacturers were all there. We developed code of conduct. Basically, the code of conduct tells you for a retail jeweler, for a manufacturer, for a bullion trader, for an assaying center, and for a digital gold player, what are the various codes they will adopt. If you walk into a restaurant in India today, you may not have noticed, everybody has a code of conduct. Okay? It's not just law, it is a code of conduct. A chartered accountant, even they are driven by a code of conduct. Lawyers, code of conduct. You breach the conduct, you're out of the club. Same thing we have now developed in consultation with industry. We have called it under the name Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan. Now, there is a retail gold investment principles with a detailed code of conduct or guidance for. Now, where do we go from here? Clearly, what we said is we should help jewelers, bullion traders, all stakeholders interested to become part of Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan. We should give them an umbrella. They should adopt it. They should be audited by an independent body. I'll come to that in a minute. And if they are part of this, imagine you are part of a global network of RGIP accredited jeweler. It is like a LBMA refiner. You may be anywhere, but you are LBMA refiner. Like that in the retail industry, if you are a RGIP accredited jeweler, in India it will be called Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan. Then you are as trustworthy as a person in Switzerland or UK or wherever it is. And tomorrow, when the government actually opens up the exports to many individual things, when I say opens up, if I pay by dollar, I can still treat it as exports. Those things are going to come. Any visitor will feel comfortable walking into a Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan accredited jeweler. We are going to give it as an optional stem, obviously. Now, are we going to run it? No. Let me make it very clear. Idea is we are offering this platform a global platform to the Indian jewelers, Indian bullion traders, Indian stakeholders. Once you become part of this, we will form a self-regulatory organization. Even the Commerce Minister today has urged people, chartered accountants, to form a self-regulatory organization. We are going to form an SRO. This will be probably, we will see how it is funded. We have almost finished the study. We will make that also public to the industry. This self-regulatory organization will be independently managed with a CEO, with a board, independent board, the likes of the people we saw here, not simply those from the industry. We don't scratch each other's back. We're going to have some really reputed people running this SRO. And we will run this as Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan, which means once you adopt this, you've got to go by the principles. You've got to understand, even retailers today, many people move away from buying retailers who don't follow code of conduct on various things. It could be labor practice. It could be, not buying things from people like that. I don't know how many of you heard, many major retailers have lost businesses because things come out that they ill-treat employees. As recently as, a year ago, there was a big thing in Tamil Nadu about a big retailer, not a jeweler, not giving a place to sit for the salespeople, because they feel that if they sit, they will not work. Now, these kind of things are going to become very, very prominent when a millennial wants to buy. Okay, the social media will make us do the right thing. And if we ourselves have this code of conduct, you are going to be benefited. So this is the whole idea. We are going to offer a platform for Indian industry to become part of a global network. At least this time, we start this thing ourselves. Unlike in the case of refineries, where we left it to LBMA, now we are screaming, oh, LBMA is saying this, we want our, best chairman to go and talk to LBMA about us. We shouldn't do that. We should start from the scratch. We have good jewelers, we have gold in every nook and corner of the country, we have excellent practices, we have beautiful designs. But we need to ensure that processes are also tight. As they say, they say about Caesar, but I will say, Sita should not only be above suspicion, she should also be seen above suspicion. That is the whole thing. So this will give you a platform for that. So what have we done? We have developed the code of conduct. We have got the principles, code of conduct. We also have a B2B, business to business advertisement, which I will just show you now. We want to collect people. We are going to employ, we have almost tied up with Eventel. They will talk to individual jewelers over the next 1 year. It's not a rushed scheme, it's optional. And they will brief people who want to be briefed more in detail and enlist jewelers who are interested to become part of this. In the meanwhile, we will work with the policymakers, we will work with the industry and give shape to SRO, self-regulatory organization. So we take the fate in our own hands. With those words, we also have a website for those who want to detail. Please go into the website. It's called swarnaadarsh.com, and you will find all this in Tamil, Telugu, in various languages. Okay, with those words, I will just open this up to the industry. It's more an awareness campaign. We are also going to visit various cities and take one-on-one along with Eventel. We will do it over the next 1 year. And we do believe this is a big opportunity for us to clean up our image. Our ambition is 5 years from now. This is an ambition. Please don't say some government person has already said that. You walk into a bank and say, I am a Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan certified person. Your bank finance will be easier. In fact, Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan people should only buy from another Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan accredited trader. You don't deal outside this club. And this club should have as many people who are intent to become part of a industry whose image is more important. Let's not forget, today our industry has a very difficult, challenging image. We need to change that. This is one way. So with those words, I will ask you, we have a advertisement campaign. We will also advertise through the SRO to the consumer, so that the consumer perceives the benefit of dealing with a Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan retail jeweler. So when they have two jewelers, one is Swarna Adarsh Abhiyaan, another is not, we will ensure through enough advertisements, awareness, etc., they walk into the SAA outlet. So you will also see the benefit. That's the whole idea. We've got great ambitions for this. We're going to take very, very, what I would say, firm steps, but carefully. Now, may I ask for the film, please?
उसूल सुनने में एकदम सख्त, पर सोचो तो मजेदार है। बोलने में उसूल आसान, सरल उसका उच्चार है, पर समझ तभी पाएगा घर चलेगा कोई अकेला 4 कदम उसूलों पे। जो उसूलों पे चल सका उसके जीवन में दिशा है। उसूलों में कठिनता है, कई बार उसूलों पे चलने वाले को मिलती कई चुनौतियां हैं। नामुमकिन तो नहीं, पर काफी मुश्किल है उसूलों पे अकेले चलना। सिर्फ उसूल भी अकेले कहां कुछ कर पाते हैं, साथ तो उन्हें भी चाहिए उसूलों पे चलने वालों का। उसूलों पे अगर सब साथ चले तो उसूल नहीं, उससे कई ज्यादा है। साथ चले तो उसूल परंपरा है, संस्कृति है, सामाजिक संपत्ति है, जिस पे निर्भर हो सकती है आने वाली कई पीढ़ियां। कीमत भले उतनी ही चुकानी पड़े उसूलों की, पर साथ चले तो उसूल पूरा पैसा वसूल है। साथ चलें जो उसूलों पे, उनके जीवन में सफलता है। उसूलों पे साथ चलना मेरा, तुम्हारा, हम सबका इसी में फायदा है। स्वर्ण आदर्श अभियान एक औद्योगिक पहल। It might sound challenging, but think about it. It's quite easy to say, I'm principled. All it takes is 4 syllables. It's only when you walk 4 steps alone on a principled path that you'll know what it really takes. If you can continue walking, you'll find your way at every turn. The principled path is full of challenges that life throws to those who live by principles. Of course, it's possible, but it is difficult to be principled alone. You see, even principles can't do much on their own. Even principles need people to follow them like a leader. If we all follow the same principles, they can be so much more. We can be so much more. If we live by principles together, they become culture and tradition. Social values that can foster many generations in the future of our children and their children. No matter what it takes, no matter what principles demand of us, if we come through together, we'll reap more than we sow. So let's work together, let's rise together, let's shine together, let's stay principled together. You, me, all of us. इसी में फायदा है। स्वर्ण आदर्श अभियान, an industry initiative.
Static creatives, we will share them with the retail jewelers who are interested. Not immediately, as I said, we're going to start our work with Eventel. They will talk to the individual people. Do not forget, this is not a badge that you can simply wear. This badge comes with a lot of responsibility. So we would want a self-audit, all that stuff, which Eventel will take care in explaining. But you can see, isi mein fayda hai is the tagline. So you can actually use it in your shops. Just imagine you are saying that you are part of a global movement to improve the trust in all aspects, whether it be in treating employees, whether it be in responsible sourcing, whether it be in dealing with consumers, whether it be dealing in complaints. That's the whole idea. I urge all of you to just look at the code of conduct as well. If you can just quickly flip through, you have this and you have the various codes right now, retailing, manufacturing, gold retailing. So, and of course, as I said, Eventel will quickly, we will put together, it will start in the new year. They will be talking to you. We will all be coming to various cities. We will have informal, smaller group chats about it. But let me make it very clear, we want to make this a competitive tool. It will be a competitive tool. If we are going into the next step with an SRO, which I hope we will, because we have almost completed the study, but we have to see who will run it, how will it be funded, all that stuff. Absolutely, this will make a big transformation in the trade, because we believe trust is going to be a driving factor in millennials getting to buy gold and to deal in gold. And with regulatory things like the exchange coming in, there is no chance of continuing with old practices that don't gel with the modern reality. So it's very important for us. Let's hope that we all get aware of about this. It's not a World Gold Council initiative. It's, as I said, we have developed it for the industry because we believe India is a very large consuming market, yet its image has a problem. With Swarna, Adarsh, Abhiyaan, even our exports will be benefited. That's the whole idea, because we are absolutely going to create a club which says trust is more important to me than anything. So with those words, thank you very much. Thanks for the time.